Zombieland Saga was definitely an anime that I had every intention of avoiding. Although I thought the premise was relatively clever, I was never on the hype train that was Love Live, or any idol anime for that matter. So when my curiosity inevitably got the better of me and I sat down to watch this anime, I was honestly caught off guard. I went into this show having almost no expectations, only to come out heavily enjoying it. As someone whose closest thing to an idol anime that I've actually sat through was Otono Prince-sama, please don't watch this show. You're welcome. I can admit, it's a genre that I've always avoided, very similar to mech. The only difference being where mech anime I avoid for personal reasons, idol anime I've just been predisposed to not enjoying, and I feel like I'm not alone in this. So to have me sit down and actually watch this show, then promptly enjoy it so much that I'm actively waiting for the next episode to come out, it's clearly a very successful show. But an interesting point I do need to bring up is that I'm not particularly sure if Zombieland Saga is, well, actually an idol anime. For those of you who don't know the premise of the show Zombieland Saga, it starts off with 8 characters, 7 of them being zombie girls spanning a diverse cast of characters from different time periods, and one of them being a manager who seems to be a little messed up in the head. The manager seems to be obsessed with turning these 7 zombie girls into a popular idol group representing the Saga prefecture in Japan, and just why? The show's uncanny specificity is just, I don't know, I guess charming in a way. They're even extremely self-aware about the entire situation, channeling it through the manager and the main character of the group, Sakura. She seems extremely rational and asks why whenever they're doing something insane, and his response is always something equally as ridiculous. Zombieland Saga is just incredibly strange, and it revels in this fact. Understanding the ridiculousness of every situation the characters are put into and just going with it. And I think that's kind of the point of the show. Sure, you can reject the narrative as ridiculous and move on to another show for the season, but if you're able to let go and embrace the absurd, you can easily find yourself enjoying it. And that mentality is even channeled through the characters themselves. When the other characters all finally wake up from their zombie-like state, well, all but one, they all reject the manager and his ridiculous methods. It's only after that they give into the insanity of the situation that they are put into that they can finally begin to understand how each other feel through, well, once again, another ridiculous situation. A rap battle. Bringing me to all of the characters. Zombieland Saga's characters are all endearing so far. Granted, we've only gotten to know a few of them, but each one has a special quirk that makes them unique. From a delinquent to a goody two-shoes, and even, oops, I'm still a zombie. Fun fact, I low-key hope she stays a zombie for the rest of this anime. Also, I just can't talk about the characters without also talking about the manager. The manager reminds me of a certain mad scientist, which I won't name, which ironically enough rounds out his character better than one would expect. Nothing his character does seems to make any sense, yet every time, things just kind of work out. Almost like he's from the future. Actually, I wouldn't even rule that out with this show being as absurd as it is. Zombieland Saga is extremely enjoyable. As someone who doesn't watch much idol anime, and at times, I definitely feel that if I were part of that community, I would have an even deeper appreciation for some of the jokes. The same goes for the meta-narrative about how the girls are being treated. The joke that they're all zombies and quote-unquote dead to the world except when they are performing definitely speaks volumes about how the idol industry treats their idols. But then again, I'm not going into depth on this because this is very far from my specialty and something I just simply don't have the knowledge behind to back it up. Overall, this anime is just a blast to watch. As someone who may not be in on the jokes and the satire on the industry, I'm still incredibly engaged. I'm always laughing at the crazy situations, I heavily enjoy the diverse cast, and I just can't help but smile when I'm watching them actually succeed. The show is ridiculous, but I love it for that. And I can't help but appreciate the fact that the show is so outrageous, yet always embraces it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, maybe consider subscribing. I make anime-related videos once a week on this channel. Zombieland Saga was just like a dead giveaway to me. Like, it's just so much fun, and I love anything that can make me earnestly smile. Speaking of things that make me smile, a huge thank you to all of my patrons. You guys are my heroes. Speaking of which, if you're interested in seeing how I edit, chatting with me, or simply supporting the channel, I run a $1 a month Patreon to make that as easy as possible. Make sure you guys share, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Manime Matt. Make sure you guys say, man, go watch that goddamned anime.